Welcome once again to Homefront on EWTV, your favorite TV show.
Yes.
Okay, we are glad you're joining us today again for another edition of this show. And this week we are going to be taking questions from previous edition. Some of you have sent in questions on issues, on topics that we've discussed. And this week we are going to be taking those questions that we're going to be handling. And I'm here again with my beautiful wife, Ruth.
Thank you.
And I'm Ebuka. And we're glad you're joining us.
Yes.
Yes, because she has a beautiful voice. I'll let her read the questions and then we'll talk about it. We'll just discuss together.
Okay, so we have some questions here. The first question we have, family is sending in saying, how can I support my husband who is incredibly stressed right now? Says he's stressed with the demands of his job, plus sharing the responsibilities of homeschooling our young children and caring for them. When I can barely keep my head above water with the same stressor. So the woman is asking, or the wife is asking, how she can be of support practically to her husband at this time.
Thank God. I really appreciate that a woman is acknowledging that we men are really stressed.
Oh yes.
So much to do. Even this lockdown, they're still asking for money to make their hair.
Of course, now is our right.
Hair, make my hair. I want to. They have opportunity. They will still travel to Dubai even in lockdown. You know.
Here we go.
Men are trying. All the men out there.
Well done. Kudos to them. Well done.
So I think as a woman, you should tell us, how do you support us at this time?
Okay, so now you're throwing it back to us. Is it because of the money we're collecting or what?
I tell them, and I also tell other women what we need at this time.
Okay. The truth is, at this time, especially with the description of what you have given, a lot of stress. We understand.
Really?
Your husband is stressed, you are as well stressed. And for every family, this point comes.
Yeah.
But I think practically what both of you can do that can be of help to you. Of course, there are several things you can do as it comes to your mind. But one of the things I think practically you can do is for both of you to draw up a routine.
Yeah.
Priority right now. You need to know what to do part-time and what not to do. The truth is you can't do everything at the same time. We take it one day at a time. Okay? You cannot rush over everything. You will kill yourself. Recently, I was reading of someone was writing and said, I don't know how true, women tend to develop gray hair earlier than men because of all the stress that they go through. But I understand that look. I get it. I understand it. Okay. So the gray hair growing is together. I understand it.
It's
okay.
together.
So you both need to draw up a routine. Family. You can't do anything outside agreement.
Oh yes.
Agreement is key.
It's very key.
You both need to sit down and plan. Okay, how do we do this? How do we go about this? Where should I come in as a wife? What responsibility? How can I come in to help my husband? Remember, wives, you are helpers. You are helpers. So it is our duty not to sit on top of the man, but to help him. Lend your hand of support. What do you want me to do for you? How can I come in? He tells you, and you gladly do that. So I think routine is
routine is very
one of
good
the
because
things,
so many people just wake up, they don't know what we have for today, how do we go about it? What is your routine? From this time to this time we're doing this. It's really a stressful time for everybody because a lot of things have changed. Schools, children are at home, you have to, and the children's education is a priority. I really need to look into, you can't say because of work, these children should just take care of themselves. Time is going and they need to be given the proper attention that they need. So everybody is quite going through stress and adjusting. So have a routine. Let's plan. What should we do? Okay, at what time should we do this? Who should handle this today? Who should? So sit down with your spouse and have a plan for it.
Okay, so we have another question here. Very interesting question. It says, My 9-year-old daughter is having anxiety at night when trying to fall asleep. She starts to imagine something bad happening. What tools can I give to help her allay her fears and be able to relax and fall asleep? Sorry, I quickly want to say something. When she said, what tool can I give her to help her relax? I think I really need to say this. It is God that gives us sleep.
God that gives us
sleep. So just keep that in mind as we answer.
Yes, you know, most times as parents, some parents are really careless. You don't know what your children are watching. Some people will say, this cartoon they are watching. Even the cartoon needs to be checked. There are cartoons where they even promote homosexuality even at this time. There are some cartoons that have very funny and weird characters. There are some cartoons that have very terrible scene, you know, and these children keep watching as one monster is trying to kill you, one beast is trying to destroy you, somebody is chasing you, you know, these images as it gets into them, and consciously or unconsciously they begin to imagine. So you need to understand as a parent to sit down with your child and ask, what have you been watching? What have you been focusing on? You know, to know the roots of that problem. Because if you don't know the roots, you can actually deal with it. So I believe the parent need to sit down and know, what are you watching? Check what your child is. That is cartoon doesn't mean you should just accept every cartoon. You know, some cartoons are actually more dangerous than home movies themselves. So we need to watch and be careful what they watch. Once you trace and understand that that is what is going on with that child, they begin to censor the kind of cartoon she watches and then build her confidence, because she's already losing her confidence and self-esteem. Help her to build that. And you know, some people may come from the spiritual angle, but you know, just before we get there, I think you need to just be sure on this other side that everything is
around the child.
Around the child is fine. But when you have done all of that and discover that he's not watching anything bad, there's nothing happening, maybe you need to see your pastor or see your spiritual leader to really know what is happening. But I strongly feel it's around what the child is watching.
Yes, and you know that as you constantly see something, it stays.
It stays.
What you see, what you hear remains. So this child possibly would have been seeing some things, some strange beings, strange images on TV. It may not even be cartoon. It may be the big brother of this your little child watching all these their movies of vampires and the rest. It could be that. There are some teenagers that enjoy that.
Yes, watching vampires.
I heard teenagers that say, I enjoy watching vampire movies in the midnight.
You see?
When everybody is
asleep.
So you know, like you said, truly it could be what the child is watching. And one of the things we need to do is you need to clean up the mind of that child. Thank God it's a little child. And you know, the hearts and the minds of little children are plain. So it's easy to write. So thank God it's a little child. So you need to wash that child's mind again. And it's a deliberate action that will take a lot of patience. Now that takes us back to what we discussed some time ago, checking your children online. Protecting them online. You need to see what the child is seeing. Spend time, watch what the child is watching.
Very true.
Spend time, assess and analyze what the child is watching. And we're not saying that you should pick on them. We are saying bring a discussion with the child. Let the child gist you. That word, gist you. What she's watching. Children gist.
They
are willing to say,
they're willing to talk about
don't push the child away. Listen to the child. And as you hear some of these strange things, bring the correct thing. Okay, so you wash and don't leave it blank. Fill up the child's mind with something. Get good books that the child can read. Get good stories that you can tell the child. Get good music that the child can listen to. Play with the child more often than the child watches TV. You need to clean up. Sincerely, I think that's a major issue. Look at that, but it's going to take a little time and patience, and of course, much prayers. And the child will be free from it.
Thank you. I'm sure you're having an interesting time listening to this, listening to the answers from the questions we received. I want you to know that our social media handles are already on the screen. You can send in your questions at any time, and we'll be able to answer you in the question and answer edition. or if we need to reach you urgently, then we will do that. Please reach us via mail or through our handles. You can send us personal messages and we'll get across to you. Yes, it's been quite an interesting time discussing questions from parents. And we'll have one more question.
Yeah, we'll take one more question. Okay, so we have a parent asking, a child who experiences anxiety in large social settings seems to be calmer during the stay at home because our family is all here safely together and the social stress of school are almost non-existent. As the stay at home period grows longer and longer, the parents are getting concerned. It will be more and more difficult for her to start up the regular school routine again.
Wow, that's quite an interesting question. I think the parent need to find out why that child is not really comfortable in a social setting.
Okay.
Sometimes some children are something might have gone wrong in that setting that is making that child really withdraw or not comfortable going to school or in that school environment or in the social setting. So most children have been abused or some have been bullied in school, or something might be going on in that setting that is making that child uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Because every child should like, to be in a social setting, even though not really participating fully, but you really want to go out and mix with others. So when that is not happening, I think the parents should not just first be concerned about what will happen when school resumes. It's time to now sit with the child and know why are you afraid? Is there anything going on that we don't know? So it's not just a lockdown. The parent needs to know why that child is afraid. It's not comfortable in a social setting. Beyond helping young people or children unleash their energy at this time, there's also another set of children who are always on their own.
Yeah.
They are maybe not really depressed into themselves at this time. They are just quiet. Some parents may say, thank God my child is not always going out, he's always in the house, he's not talking with anybody. In fact, I'm even more worried with children that are not really talking and expressing than those who are vocal, because those ones that are always on their own, in most cases, there's something going on the inside that has just made them to go into themselves.
Yes.
So parents need to even be more worried about a child who is not expressing, who is not relating, who is not talking, who is afraid of a social gathering, who is afraid of where people are. There's something that has happened to that child. There's something that happens when he or she is with people that makes the child wants to stay on his own. So parents need to really look into that. Why is your child depressed? Why is your child withdrawing?
Yes.
So it's very key. That's why we talked about parents sitting to know their child in this season. Know what your child is going through. Know who your child is.
Parenting is
serious business, especially in the 21st century. Serious
business. As a parent, you're a teacher, you're a doctor, you're a psychologist, you're
business.
A pastor, you're everything.
Everything.
Because in this case now, you need to be a psychologist.
You need to really understand.
You need to be a nurse. You need to be a doctor. All at the same time.
All at the same time.
Yes, because you must protect that child holistically. We heard that recently of a child that just kept to himself. He didn't want to talk with his brother or sister. He didn't want to talk to anybody. He was throwing tantrums. If you talk to him, he could hit you. For the whole of the lockdown, the parent complained, this child has not been talking. And then they said, we need a psychologist to help us. We need somebody to help us with this child. And then getting in, you just see that the child has gone through a lot of failures. That is really eating him up. So know what the children are going through. Children also go through things.
Yes, they do.
Yes, they go through emotional instability.
Very well.
You need to know what is going on with that
child.
Not
just your parents.
You'll be able to help that child. So for this parents, go back and know what your daughter is going through. Know why she's running away from social gathering. Know it and then tell her facts about life.
Yes.
Don't just know it and leave it there. Tell her what she needs to know and why she needs to step out in confidence. and I'm sure you would have helped her a great deal.
Very true.
So thank you so much.
Thank
It's been
you.
another very wonderful time together.
Edition.
Please remember to ask your questions as the question comes. Thank you
Yes.
for watching. We hope we will see you again next week, same time, same station, your favorite home front, EWTV. I am Ruth, and of course my darling husband is
Ebuka, most distinguished.
Yes, Governor. Yes, sir. Thank you. See you again next week.
Bye-bye.